Quality pavé is cut, consistency, finish. Those are the three things you really only need to focus on. In terms of cut, you have two types. You have hand cut, which is beautiful, always do hand cut, never substitute for anything else. And you have pin set. Pin set is very mediocre. You cast it in place, it's cheaper to set, it's faster, it's easier, and it's too thick, it's too heavy, it's unintentional, it's not what you want. Here are some examples of beautiful work and it's hand cut. This is a Harry Winston piece, great place to start. Beautiful U-cut setting, okay? What I like, organized, ordered, everything is just beautifully balanced. All the stones are in a nice straight line. The tables of each stone is wrapping around the piece beautifully and tangentially. The U-cuts are even and organized. The V-splits in between are all consistent in depth and size and length. And of course, let's not forget, most importantly, easiest thing to pick up, the stones are tightly packed together. They're almost kissing each other. That is a sign of really good quality craftsmanship because it's really hard to do. Extra bonus point here, this is the table of the stone. That's the top part, this is the crown. 40% coverage on each prong, and the length of each prong is the same. 30 to 40% is good. And of course, each prong, each tiny little prong holding these small stones, all consistent, very consistent. Look at even the organization and the symmetry of this piece. Brilliant. One of my pieces here, again, we've got beautiful consistency with the U-cut on the side. The diamonds all follow the movement of the piece, neatly packed together. We're covering this part of the band with diamonds, and we're gonna do that as tightly as we can. We're even gonna go all the way up to the tip. This is a sign of good quality work. We're accentuating movement. The eye is being caught on the side, and the flow and movement of the band is accentuated by the diamonds, and that's exactly what we're trying to achieve. Here's an example of something that didn't work really well. You can see the goal of the pavé here is to hide the bridge, which would be beautiful, but we just don't have quite enough diamond coverage. You can see too much of the metal here, and again, you can see too much of the metal here. That's because this is pin set, this hasn't been hand cut, okay? We're seeing what we don't want to see. We just want to see beautiful prongs and a diamond here, and we want to accentuate with the pavé. We missed that opportunity, and I don't think the coverage up the girdle is long enough. I think that's like at 15 to 20%. That really should be 30 to 40%, as we discussed, of prong coverage. This is actually another one of my designs. A great example of beautiful bright cut pavé. You can see the diamonds actually flow beautifully and neatly around the side of the stone. All of the tabletops are nice and parallel to the edge and then tangential to the curve. Beautiful white, bright cut internal edge, nice and polished in here. If we zoom in a little bit, you can see it's nice, flat and polished, but a few tool marks, those should have been removed. And I think the stones, we actually ended up having to scrap this piece, but the stones could have been a little tighter together. We've got a bit of a gap here, that's unfortunate. So in the next one, we tighten that up. You can also see a lovely little detail here. The flow of pavé actually is interrupted by this edge. You can see stones are actually set underneath it to continue the design. So we've gone the extra mile here, which is a sign that the craftsperson has taken the step to actually assemble this in multiple different parts to make sure the design is as true as it possibly can be. I always recommend invest in good quality hand-cut pavé. It can accentuate, complement, and elevate the entirety of the piece, especially the stone that you've put so much energy into selecting.